Resentment is like a slow-acting toxin in relationships. It builds over time, often unnoticed until it reaches a tipping point, where the relationship's very foundation is threatened. But how do you know when it's time to address it or when it's time to walk away? Resentment typically arises from unresolved conflicts, unmet expectations, or perceived unfairness. It's that feeling of being wronged repeatedly without any resolution or apology. Over time, these unresolved issues can fester, leading to deep-seated anger and emotional distance. Instead of trying to fix your partner who is resentful, it's important to focus on your own healing and well-being, which allows you to cope better, whether the relationship improves or not. Resentment can manifest in subtle ways: passive-aggressive comments, avoiding meaningful conversations, or an overall sense of dissatisfaction. The longer it goes unaddressed, the more it eats away at the connection between partners. If you find that the same issues keep resurfacing despite numerous attempts to resolve them, it may be a sign that deeper incompatibilities exist. Resentment that continually bubbles up indicates that something fundamental is not being addressed. When one or both partners become emotionally distant, it's often a sign that resentment has reached a critical point. If efforts to reconnect feel forced or inauthentic, it may be time to consider the future of the relationship. Resentment can erode the basic respect that forms the bedrock of any healthy relationship. If respect is consistently lacking, the relationship may be too damaged to repair. A relationship that is more negative than positive, where interactions are filled with criticism, blame, or hostility, is often unsustainable. Persistent negativity is a strong indicator that resentment has overtaken the relationship. Before making any decisions, it's necessary to assess whether the resentment can be addressed through open communication, counseling, or personal reflection. Sometimes resentment stems from misunderstandings or unmet needs that can be resolved with effort and empathy. Walking away should be considered only after all avenues for reconciliation have been explored. Consider the long-term impact on your well-being. Are you staying out of fear, obligation, or because you genuinely believe the relationship can be healed? Reflect on whether the relationship still brings you joy, growth, and support, or if it's become a source of ongoing pain. Resentment is a powerful force that can either be a catalyst for change or a signal that it's time to move on. The decision to walk away should not be taken lightly, but it's important to recognize when a relationship has become more harmful than healing. Have you ever felt that your relationship was being consumed by resentment? What steps did you take to address it? Do you think resentment can always be overcome? Or are there situations where it's better to part ways? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments. Your story might just help someone else in a similar situation.